Hello YouTube, this is the Darkly Player, and I'm here with another video. I am going to upload two videos. It's one of my days off, and I'll probably be putting more of these up because I got to go back to work tonight. But I got vacation like right after, so I'll be probably putting up a couple more videos and a couple more deck builds and figuring all that out. But right now I wanted to go back to match 2 of Mono Red Black version 2, or what we call on MTGO my little Mono Black Devil deck. And then as I looked, I also haven't done, I went back up here. I know I'm showing you all my videos, but I went up here and for Casual Corner and see what I did. And it seems I haven't even done my match 2 of green white, the combo mill deck. So I'll go ahead and do match 2 of that. So you'll get 2 match 2s today, then putting up 2 decks to match 3 next time. So I'll probably do a build to get started on another deck on match 1. But right now we're going to do the mono little devil deck and see how it runs. It is fairly early, you know, 5 a.m. So we may be waiting a little bit for some people for modern. But we will see what happens, and we'll see what it does. But to recap, basically, you're going to see a mono red version 2, basically mono red devil deck. Match 2 of the green white modern combo deck. And I may do a build, but I may take a break. You know, 2 videos, you know, that's like a little bit. So let's have some fun. We got a player. I'm going to wish him good luck. See if that went through. 1 land, bad, so we'll go ahead and mulligan this. Second, 1 land, but I did get that 2 shred freaks, but that's okay. For some reason, the no lands, 2 lands. I will keep this because I have to, pretty much. They're going to go straight into Evolving Wilds. Gives me an idea of what they're playing. I can't do nothing till turn 2. I got a little bit of removal and a little bit of draw, and that is it. Basically, 2 lands, 1 draw, 1 control, and that is a very bad starting hand. But you saw the beginning hands and how bad they got, so we will see what happens. He looks like he's running red. I'm hoping he's running a combo deck rather than pure burn. If he ran Evolving Wilds, he is running a dual color deck or tricolor deck, because I would not run that in a modern red deck at all, because it'd be kind of pointless. So we'll see what other color he puts out. White. So it's a red-white deck so far, and that's usually a bad thing, because red-white can really get out some mean stuff like the Lightning Helixes and stuff like that. I'll go ahead and Sign in Blood on myself. I got a Shred Freak. I got the Suit Stoke. I got an Ashen Moor. I got another removal. So this hand's starting to fill out a little bit better. Oh, wait. Black too? Black and blue. This is a really weird... I have no idea what this guy's doing. So I'll go ahead and tap 3 to put out the... Gouger. The reason why I do the Gouger is because if this guy's running red, especially those Helixes, they do 3 damage, and he is a 4/4. If I would have popped out Shred Freak, he could have got bolted. This guy could have got bolted. He's the only one that can't get hit with a single. He can still like Path to Exile or something. And there's a blue-white card. So far, this guy's got black, blue, red, and white. He may be running a 5-color deck, but I'm not seeing any green yet. So we'll see what happens. He does Oblivion Ring. He's probably going to go after my Gouger, because that'd be the only thing he could do. My turn. I'll pop out. I got nothing to do, so I will go ahead and cast Shred Freak. He's only got 1 land, but I know there's some counters for stuff like this. But I don't know if they target creatures. So we'll see what happens. If he doesn't do nothing and I still have mana left, yeah, I'll go ahead and cast this guy as well. Then I'll go ahead and attack him for 3 to start putting him on a small clock. Again, I can get bolted. Both these creatures can get like crowd removal for like Pyroclasm or something that deals 1 damage to everything. So yeah, he's probably not too worried about taking just 3 damage, but I had to get some sort of force on the field. Especially, you know, 2/1 haste creatures. Especially one that gives pretty much all my other creatures haste. Yeah, I gotta sacrifice him to do it. But it's not bad. There's another black-blue card. So this guy may be running 4 Callers, which is definitely strange. Let's see who he pops out. Was not expecting that. And I draw into... I'm not going to play that because I really need to get rid of that guy. I'll go ahead and go for the Throat It. He's probably going to counter that. And yeah, this deck is just a basic, you know, random build. So I may take out the Door of Destinies because they haven't been playing too well in this deck. He's down to 15. We'll see what he can pull out. The reason why we go for the Throat on that, just in case he gets like a indestructible creature or a hexproof creature, I saved the Cruel Edict for that because that just says target player sacrifices a creature. It is a sorcery, but it does cost 2 and it doesn't exactly target. So that's always a good thing. He's got 5 cards in his hand. I know he got something up there. Let's see what he pulls out. Probably another snipe. No? Not a snipe? Ooh. Yeah. He's not going to like my next move. And I draw into a Go for the Throat. I'll go ahead and go for the Throat It. Removing that guy. Then I hit him for another 3. Now I get him down to 12. And again, that was a nice little top deck into another Go for the Throat for that guy. And I still got my Cruel Edict, so we'll see what he pulls out here. 3 for 4. That's an evil card. So he can pretty much force me into attacking any time he wants. Which is going to be really, really, really annoying. Luckily, he tapped out to pull out a equipment, so I'll be able to do 3 more damage because he's completely tapped. I'm hoping I can draw into another creature, especially if I draw into the Liege. If I get the Liege right now, it would be awesome. Because then I just get the Liege haste and deal 7 damage. A Gouger, not bad. Not what I wanted. Go ahead, cast for 3. Then I'll go ahead and target him to give him haste. Then I'll go ahead and attack for 6, putting him on a turn 2. Basically, if he can't pull nothing out next turn, he's goner. So we'll see what happens. But he's still got 3 cards in hand. I know he can pull out something. But I don't think he was expecting a Gouger at this point. I haven't been really drawing any creatures, so I was glad to find him. Not the best. Like I said, I would prefer the Liege. Ooh. They detain me. I forgot what that does, so he'll probably do Gouger. Or this. I think it would do Gouger because Gouger is a little bit more of a threat. So yeah, he detained the Gouger. Don't know exactly what that means. I think it means like I can't attack or block or something like that. Can't attack. Activate abilities cannot be activated. Okay. Oof. I'm hoping I can draw into another just a Liege. Liege, we meet again. It's like, rawr. Then I'll go attack with just these two. I want to save my liege. Oh, he quits. Okay, we'll begin sideboarding. And you saw that liege bumped up my little 1/1 to a 3/3 and my 2/1 into a 4/3, and that's why he's in here. It's because all my creatures are black and red, so they automatically get the +2/+2 boost. On top of that, if I got 2 lieges on them, all black and red other than the liege will get +4/+4. It is an insane deal to deal with. And you saw it also got the gouge up to a 6/6, and if he wasn't attained, my opponent would really been screwed. So we'll see what happens. I got some really good draws the last game to come back from that really bad hand. This is a... I'm going to keep this because I got control. I got the Sustoke, and I got a couple peaks and draws. So I'll keep this, and he'll probably go first. Right into a Drowned Catacomb, into play tap. So I'll probably turn 1 Swamp, Gitaxian Probe him for 2 so I can draw another card. Shit. This guy's got a way better hand, but he's got no red mana. He does have blue and the Transguild. Promulgate, so that will be his red mana. So I'm going to be in a little trouble. So yeah, turn 2 Shred Freak. We'll see what happens. Transguild, he'll tap it. Tap this to pay for it. Is that a common? Probably, because it's got a very big downfall. We'll go ahead and go straight into a Shred Freak. Then I'll go ahead and attack him. He's probably, if he didn't draw a land, he's in trouble. But if he did, he's probably popping that out for another thing. I do have to worry about that one thing, the counter target ability. Or he could just galvanize me. Darn you, Galvanic Blast. I draw into it, go for the throat. I'll go ahead and play 1. I will go ahead and probe him. He does have the Sword of Feast and Famine and a Deranged Assistant. On top of that, he does have that. Goblin Cavalier, Gutter Snipe. Okay, this is fine. He's got kind of a good up there on me, so I'll go ahead and cast that. Now let's see what he does. He does have that Goblin Galvanizer in his hand, and he does have the Gutter Snipes, but I didn't see no extra land, so I don't think he's drawing any. But he still got that one countered ability thing. And that's for triggered ability. So he'll probably put out the Galvanizer. No? Assistant. Okay. Basically, he mills himself for 1 to add 1 colorless to his mana pool. I'm really hoping I draw into a land, honestly. Because if I draw into that land, I can just tap it, play it, tap 4, liege. He'll get +1/+1 first strike, then +2/+2, so he'll be a 4/4 next turn. There's my land, and I'll go ahead tap all 4 for liege. And I'll always yield to these because why not? And then he'll come out, and then I got a little 4/4, which will be a 3/3 later. He could block or take 4, but at this point in the stage, he's probably just going to take 4. He does have a thing. He doesn't look to be drawing any land, and my issue is I'm not drawing enough control. I've been having to tap out all my mana deal stuff with him. And I've been saving this removal for the snipes. He's got double snipe, but so far no land. It doesn't seem like he drew into it, or he did. Don't know yet. he goes straight into... He milled a Scourge Barons. Ain't bad. And he puts out Gutter Snipe, which I'll probably just kill that off next turn. That's tempting to play, but because of the way I'm going to play this, I'm going to automatically go for the Throat It. Go for the Throat the Snipe. Tap 2 more for Suit Stroke, pumping him up to a 5/5. Then attacking with the everything else, and it'll hurt him horribly. And next turn, I'll pop out the Gouge with tap it for haste. And this guy's awesome because if he's targeted by any ability, they take 4 damage. So if I can knock him down, I don't think I get him down to 4 damage this turn, but 5, 8, 12. Yeah. So even if he could try to target it, he's dead. Because this should deal like 12 damage. It's down to 2. See what he pulls out. I know I got extremely lucky with him drawing no land, so he's not been able to do much. This guy did help him a little bit to get off the snipe, so it's too little too late. And he's down to 2 life. I can Sign in Blood him next turn and kill him. Unless he plays that land. But yeah, him doing that for a land would have kind of helped me because it milled out the land. So I could Sign in Blood him next turn. And looks like he's Suicide. Or he'll just tap that, and counter it. That's fine. But now he's out of stuff and I can deal 2 damage. But I'm going to do something awesome I've not done in a while. I'm going to target player. I'm going to do this to him. And Sign in Blood will deal that last 2 damage to kill him off. He'll draw 2 but lose 2 life, and I win the match. So as you saw, this is actually a pretty okay deck. It's running off of a lot of basically just basic control aggro. And it's a decent deck build. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys right quick. Nope. As you can tell, I got a few decks, and I know what you're thinking. It's right there, it's right there, it's right there. And I'm trying to find it right quick because I forgot what I did with it. Huh. There it is. Apparently I gave it a forest look. And the probes are only in here for a tech card, but they seem to make the deck run a little bit better. So those are staying in. Again, these Door of Destinies probably need to come out. I've not played that at all, and it slows the deck down too much. I want some more draw, but I don't think I got the draw cards I need for this. We'll go Modern Draw, and yeah, this will be a light end edit and figure out what I can do. Yeah, there's always like Altar's Reap and stuff. There's always Dream Salvage, but I'm not making my opponent discard, so those will be bad. There is this one where I can put -1/-1 counter on it, and but that could be bad as well. You know, that could be as bad as the Altar's Reap. So like you see, there's not a lot of draw power that's any good besides Sign in Blood and Knight's Whisper. But Knight's Whisper, I think, is like $5 online, so I've not been able to get any. I'll check that up. There are stuff like Ichor Wellsprings and stuff like that, which ain't too bad, but that'll just plague my field, and I don't want to do all that for one. You know, I'd rather do this card. You know, it's a free draw pretty much. But there's also this card. And then there's about it. And then there's this stuff. So yeah, I may just put in the Scar Scale, because that is a bad card. But if I got the Liege out, it might work. Or I could do this card: scry 2, draw 2, lose 2 life. I'll probably put in 3 of those. Yeah, that slows the deck a little bit down, but not as bad as the it doesn't do it as bad as the turn 4 door. You know, at least this time, you know, turn 3 I could at least draw into something else, but it also lets me scry 2, which is a great ability. For 3 ain't bad. But unlike Sign in Blood, it just does it to me, which can be bad, but not really. That's just how black works. So yeah, as you saw, a little last minute edit to see how this deck will run, because you saw that in both those the door was dead draws and I couldn't play them. And by the time I could play them, I wasn't drawing the creatures to play them, because in this deck I would prefer doing it on the elementals, because I've only got 1 devil and 1 human. But it was just a bad choice on my part. This is supposed to be a slide aggro deck, budget build, and it works. But let's see how well it works with the read the bones in it rather than the doors. So yeah, this is the Darkly player with match 2. You saw how it ran. You saw me come back, and the guy just, I guess, just didn't get good draws or something. But yeah, this is the Darkly player, and I am out of here for now.